Hello, welcome back to the channel. Today I'm trying something a bit more adventurous. I hope it doesn't take too long because it's really sunny and I don't do well in the sun. Trying a few things really. Got some new microphones, which seeing the quality of them really. The audio on the camera is normally quite good, but see what these are like. Sorry for not uploading for the past 3 or 4 weeks. Things have been really busy with just things in life really. Been seeing family a few weekends, and it's been nice to have a little bit of time off really. The car, up until recently, the Mustang's been working very well. I've done about 100 miles in it now, since picking it up from GTC at Silverstone. And we're going to talk about where we're at with the Mustang, with the karting, and potentially some other projects on the horizon. So let's get into the Mustang. Okay, so we're at a local woodyard. It's only a few minutes away from the village. I didn't want to go too far because something has been playing up, and well, it's only just started happening the past last few miles really. I have an idea what it is. So it's a nice little knocking noise from, I think it's the gearbox, and I've got some more evidence from this little drive to this location that it could be, which I'll show you in a minute. I did think it was the valves for the rockers that open the valves. Underneath here is rockers, the camshaft in the middle. It pushes through the push rods, the rockers, which in turn open the valves to let the air in and to let the air out on whatever stroke it's on. I thought it was them. I spent hours yesterday adjusting them all, and it wasn't them. It's what it is. Well, now the sun's out, I've been thoroughly enjoying this car. When I bought it, I wasn't sure if I would like the way it goes, the way it handles or anything like that. It's a 60-year-old car, 50-year-old car from America. I mean, the things that come out of America these days are not really good around the corners, so I didn't know what to expect really when I bought it, or when I started to drive it. The current plans for this, well, I did plan to have the interior done by now. I mean, it's not really got that far over the past 8 months. I can't believe it's been nearly 8 months since I bought this car. I think it's just before I went to Bahrain in November I picked it up. That's when I did my first upload, when I was in Bahrain, so that's a long time ago. And I got COVID out there as well, so that was fun. The interior, still a sorry state. I did have an opportunity to do it a few weeks ago. I'm gonna sit in the car, sit in the shade here. I had an opportunity to do it a few weeks ago when I was on furlough from work, and the car was playing up, so I took it into the garage, a specialist really, not a garage, to get it tuned up and working properly. What they've done has been amazing. Not an issue with that. It's been faultless for the past 100 miles I've done in it, which it's not much, but for a car this age, it's enough, I think, for over 2 weeks. I'm still not really entirely confident in the car. When you break down on the M40, it knocks you back a little bit, especially when it's the first big drive in the car. So I'm a bit worried about doing all the big journeys in it, but I'll get there. I'll get there eventually. Just need to sort out this noise, what is coming from the gearbox. Okay, so if I turn the car on now, if I attempt to turn the car on now, that was weird. It fired up straight away, like literally 20 minutes ago. So I don't know if you can hear underneath there, although it's not really doing it now. Yeah, it's doing it now. There's a little rattle. Now I don't know if this little microphone will pick it up better than the camera, or if it'll pick it up at all. There's a little knocking noise. Now I don't know what it's from. I think it's gearbox related. I've only just figured that out on the way here, because when you put it in reverse, it starts to do a little whine. I think that's gearbox. Oh my god, rolling back. At least I know what it is now. I didn't know this morning what it was after spending all day doing the valves, doing the rockers, doing the valve lash. But I know roughly what it is now, and if it's gearbox, then that's going to be a big job, I think. I don't really know gearboxes. I know a little bit about engines. Well, I used to build engines with my dad 10 years ago, when I was still at school, really. And it's been a while. I've not really touched one since. The most I did was yesterday, or just in general, trying to get this thing running nicely. But gearbox is out of my expertise, unfortunately, so that could be a big job. What's next for the Mustang? Well, I did say, well, I think I said the interior is going to wait to the end of the year at least. I mean, when it's like this, I think you got to at least try and enjoy it. You can't have this just stuck in a unit, gutted inside, and let this go to waste, really. So the plan is to do that in November time, when the weather starts to turn and it gets really bad. I still have all the bits. They're at the unit, at Theo's unit. I still got all that, and I can do that. I can tick along with that in the winter when it's snowing and awful. Driving this car and having loads of mechanical failures, it's made me realise that I need to really sort it out. I need to put the money into the suspension and the brakes and bushings, just to make it nicer to drive. The front, when you go over a bump, the front shocks are, they may as well not be there, really. It should just run the springs, because when you go over a bump, or crest, you're still going over that, you're still bouncing for at least 100 meters down the road. It's shocking, the ride. And when you go around a corner as well, it leans. The rear wheels rub in the arches, so it really needs a good overhaul. The rear was going to rebuild the drum setup, the standard setup. Maybe go all new, new master cylinder, new cylinder, new bushes, new springs, just everything. Maybe do a new set of leaf springs, new bushes, and lower it an inch. So you can get a kit. You can either do it with leaf springs, or you can do it the cheap way of putting a block in between the axle and the spring, the leaf spring. But as this car is 50 years old, I might just replace the spring and it'll be better. It'll just be better. Also, I might do the rear wheel bearings as well. So I think there's a little squeak from the left rear, I think it is. Onto the front. Well, we had that issue with toaster on, no, it was this corner, wasn't it? The front right. On this corner, when the adjuster popped out between the two shoes. The front drums on this are going to get biffed off. I need to get rid of them. The braking performance of the car is not great. It's not bad, but it's not great. And it'd be nice to just have a bit more confidence on the pedal. So I'm going to get a Willwood brake conversion for the front. Now, if I do that, these wheels are going to have to go, because these are 14s, and I don't think the 14-inch wheels will fit over the caliper. So I've got my eye on some wheels for that. That's go up to 15s, which won't make it a big difference, but it'll still make it look, oh, I think it'll make the car look a lot better. Same with the rear. It's going to get dropped an inch. You just do that via springs. A new set of shocks all around. I mean, from the States, the shocks are only 100 quid, so for 4, I mean, that is just ridiculous. 4 shocks for 100 quid. So I'm going to do that. as well as other bushes. One of the trailing arms is bent. I think it's on the left. Yeah, that's got a big bend in it, so I'm going to replace that. And yeah, just have a big mint up underneath. See if I can, might get a hole fixed as well. Yeah, just a big mint up. As I'm doing this conversion on the front, upgrade the master cylinder to the Willwood setup as well. So that's it for this car. All this is stuff I can do on the driveway at home, so it's not going to be too bad to do. But unfortunately, well, it's not unfortunate, it's probably the best for me to do first. I'm looking at buying a house, so I need to save some money and get that first before I can make the purchase of all these bits. I mean, the bits aren't bad really. For all what I said, all new springs, brakes, everything, all in from the States is about 1,300 quid, 1,400 quid. This conversion here is 1,200, so it's well worth the month wait to receive them parts from America. So yeah, I think the Mustang, that is it. And I'll now pass you over to myself 2 weeks ago, talk about the karting. So now we have karting. Done 2 races this year, both of them gone pretty terribly. I've had engine issues in both of them, but hopefully we're on top of that now. I'm getting the 2 T-side 24-hour race engines. They're getting their head work. I don't know what to do to them, but that gives them a bit more reliability and a bit more power in the long run. So we're doing that work, getting them done. We're not going to make the next race, which is next weekend, probably the weekend gone when this video goes out. Unfortunately, it's just a bit too expensive at the minute with hotels. With it being quite close to the coast, the south coast, it's quite expensive. You know, it's only, I think it's Dorchester, the nearest town, and that's quite close to Weymouth, which is, no, I was there this weekend and it was rammed on Sunday. Sunday was absolutely, you couldn't go anywhere. It took half an hour to drive down the seafront. It was absolutely rammed. So yeah, we're going to miss that one. Save some money up for the 24-hour race. That's the one we really want to do well at. With our pace at T-side, we can do well. I think we can have a good shot of doing well. If we can do top 10, that'll be amazing. They got this year double the entry in owner karts, so the same as mine. But T-side is unique, or the 24-hour kart racing series is unique, as you have the owner karts, which are the same as that. What you've been seeing in my other karting videos, if you've not seen them, then check them out, because the karting is mad. There's been 46 karts minimum, the 2 races I've done so far, which is amazing. And yeah, T-side is 43 owner karts and 56 rental karts, which takes the total entry to 100, and that is insane. So the rental karts are just normal arrive and drive karts, same principle, twin engined Honda, not quite as quick. It is a rental car. They're built to pound round around T-side all day, every day. But yeah, that makes the event really, really fun. The second kart is still over there. That is, I not got that repaired from T-side last year, as I bought the new one, and no one really wants to use that one yet. I do plan to repair it, but it's not high in the priority list yet. So yeah, that's karting. So there's a few reasons why I wanted to make this video today. Mainly because I've been out for a few weeks, and I tried to make this video yesterday. You don't realise how quickly you lose confidence when you don't do it full time, but you do it on a part-time schedule. But I quickly lost my confidence. I didn't like to do it around the driveway at all at home. So I found a nice little spot, and I wanted to drive the car a little bit after the work I did yesterday to see if the noise has gone. It hasn't, but I think I know what's wrong with it now. So that's gone well, I think. I kind of want to talk about the future as well, and what I've been doing so far. How are you liking it? Because I make all this for you to watch, and if you don't like watching it, then you're not going to watch it, are you? So I like to know, what do you like me doing? So do you like me working on the Mustang with all of its issues? Would you like to see more of it going to events on the road, going to Caffeine Machine with Theo, even drag racing his rubbish Corsa? I mean, I think we can make that happen. What would you like to see more of on the channel? Do you like the karting? I mean, I like it. I'm doing it anyway. It's good practice for me anyway to make content, and I find out what works, what doesn't work. Would you like to see another project? So I've got my daily car, my Ford Focus ST. It's 2013. I've had it 6 years. I've always wanted to do things to it, but I've never got round to actually doing anything with it. I discovered karting and how expensive that is, and I saved up and bought this. It was either this or an Aston Martin, so I got a Mustang, the cheap one, instead. But yeah, it's all down to what you guys. Would you like to see me do things with that? I mean, I've not really looked, but I bet there's a few STs on YouTube. Not so many Mustangs, but I bet there's a few STs on there. So yeah, let us know in the comments. Like and subscribe if you're new, and I'll see you in the next one.